Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Morgan Anderson. It's 22 degrees outside and partly cloudy, but it sure is nice to see some sunshine despite the cold. Cloudy conditions will continue for the rest of the afternoon. Tonight's low is 13 degrees. Get ready, Ohio! National FFA Week is here, and we're celebrating the future of agriculture. The Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, and celebrating Ohio's nearly 30,000 FFA members. From the countryside to downtown, an Ohio FFA chapter can be found in every corner of our great state. Each student who zips up the blue corduroy jacket is equipped with the qualities of premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. From your friends at the Ohio AgNet, happy FFA Week.
Help maximize your yield potential and savings with 0% financing on leading fungicides from BASF. You can't beat 0%, especially when you could save big on consistent performing fungicides like Revitec fungicide and Veltima fungicide until March 15, 2025. 0% financing means keeping more in your wallet for better ROI. Talk to your BASF retailer today about the Grower Finance Program. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions. See BASF Grower Finance Program for details. Always read and follow label directions.
Switching gears, let's take a look at your agricultural headlines. This next story, pretty unique. An Ohio farm family wins a grant to help save endangered turkeys. John and Jess Gray of Morrow, Ohio, have received a micro grant from the Livestock Conservancy to support their work with Narragansett turkeys, a heritage breed at risk of extinction. Once popular in the Midwest and East Coast, the breed's numbers have dropped, with fewer than 5,000 breeding birds in the United States. The Grays will use the grant to expand their coop and implement a rotational grazing system, improving soil health and sustainability. They also educate the community about heritage turkey breeds. The couple is among 15 national winners of the Livestock Conservancy Microgrant Program, which has awarded nearly $135,000 since 2018 to protect rare livestock breeds. Applications for the next round open in May 2025. Now let's take a look at our afternoon weather update from meteorologist Ryan Martin, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com.
We've got dry air for the rest of the day today, but clouds are going to be trying to build. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that Ohio forecast update. High pressure is still over the top of us today, so good sunshine through most of the day. If you are in south to southwestern parts of Ohio, late this afternoon and evening, clouds can start to build ahead of our next weather system. That is the storm complex that's trying to exit the Central Plains today, bringing with it a fairly significant batch of snow. It's going to move through the boot heel of Missouri, across Kentucky and Tennessee. Clouds will get into Ohio, maybe a little bit of flurry action, but not much else. I think the northern two-thirds of the state probably gets away with next to nothing. We are dry behind this to finish the week, and temperatures are going to moderate early next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Last Thursday, on February 13th, Congress introduced legislation to expand nationwide year-round access to E15 fuel. Ohio Representative Max Miller is co-sponsoring the legislation, which supporters say will benefit farmers, consumers, and the environment. The Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association is urging lawmakers to pass the bill, calling it a, quote, common sense solution with no cost to taxpayers. Executive Director Tad Nicholson says it would lower fuel prices and create demand for Ohio's corn growers. E15, commonly sold as unleaded 88, costs about 20 cents less per gallon than regular gas and burns cleaner. Ohio is home to 7 ethanol plants supporting nearly 20,000 jobs. Growers say Ohio is ready to meet demand and are calling on leaders, including Governor Mike DeWine, to support the measure. Citizens can voice their support through a call to action campaign with Ohio Corn and Wheat. This next piece of news from Capitol Hill, as Brooke Rollins, the new Secretary of Agriculture, addresses egg prices, bird flu, and USDA changes. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins has spoken out about rising egg prices, attributing the surge to both avian influenza and overregulation by the Biden administration. While USDA continues efforts to control bird flu, including mass depopulation of infected poultry, Rollins stresses the need for smarter biosecurity measures. Since January, outbreaks have impacted millions of birds, pushing egg prices to record highs. Rollins acknowledges the pain for consumers and farmers, but emphasizes that new USDA tools are on the way. In related news, Rollins has also addressed job cuts and USDA contract reviews, including a shift away from diversity and inclusion programs. Next up, let's take a look at how the markets closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. March corn up 5 3/4 at $5.02. May corn up 7 cents at $5.15 3/4. December corn up 4.5 cents at $4.77 1/2. March beans up 2.5 at $10.38 1/2. May beans up 2 3/4 at $10.55 1/2. November beans up 6 cents at $10.58. March wheat up 4 3/4 at $6.04 3/4 cent. July wheat up 4 3/4 at $6.30. September wheat up 5 1/4 at $6.43 3/4. February live cattle down 30 cents at $197.45. April live cattle down 22 1/2 at $194.02 1/2 cent. April lean hogs up 60 cents at $93.20. May lean hogs up 45 cents at $96.87 1/2. April feeder calves up 267 1/2 at $269.10, and March class 3 milk down 9 cents at $19.61. This is the Ohio AgNet.